Jack will show you to your room. I have given you the room in the tower.
There she was again, that voice, coming to me night after night. A voice that had haunted me on and off for longer than I can care to remember. Every night, I'd close my eyes, and my dreams would transport me back to the same red brick house. I'd arrive just as tea was ready to be served. I would always be greeted by the same group of somber figures. The air was stifling hot, and my friend, Jack, stood there at the back behind his mother, Julia Stone, glaring at me.
Jack will show you to your room. I have given you the room in the tower.
My heart sank. Dread crept over me, and I could not say why. What terror was waiting for me? Your room, friend. As the dream continued, I was able to explore the house fully. There was a smoking room, always so dark. There was a figure there too, always hiding in the shadows, watching me. I could never figure out who it was. The dream had become a nightly occurrence. The strange family darkening and aging before my eyes. Jack, once a strong young man, no more. And Mrs. Stone.
Jack will show you to your room. I have given you the room in the tower.
Almost 6 months had passed since I had last had the dream, and this time one figure was noticeable by her absence.
Jack will show you to your room. I have given you the room in the tower.
Next summer, I was due to stay with my dear friend John at his family home in the country. The thought of being away from the city for the summer was wonderful. As I walked up the path, I felt a terrible pang of recognition. No. The red brick house from my dreams stood before me, in the bright summer sun. The house was the same, but this time, friendly faces greeted me.
Ah, Oliver, such a pleasure. We've heard so much about you. You must make yourself at home. John will show you to your room. I have given you the room in the tower.
There is something terrible in that room. I looked around the room I had never seen. On the wall opposite my bed was a huge painting. A face I recognised. Julia Stone was as I remembered her, emanating evil. It was a self-portrait. There was no way I would sleep with that abomination in my room, so together, John and I removed the painting. In doing so, I cut my hand, or seemed to. Blood. There was no cut or injury. Later that afternoon, John and I took tea on the lawn. Poor puss. He sees something that he both hates and fears. I wonder, what does he see? With the portrait in the hallway outside, my room held no terror for me. I felt I could have slept where I sat. I was so overcome with fatigue. I do not know how long I had been asleep when... Portrait. But how? I was not alone.
I have been long waiting for you. Tonight I shall feast. Before long, we will feast together.
Look, the painting. I'm not sure if John quite believed me, but there was only one ending for that dreadful picture. Julia Stone was no more. Never again would she visit the room in the tower.